people. How are you all? I'm again back with third episode of season 2, and I'm really grateful to all the authors and poets who are coming for the interviews, and they are taking up the invitation so easily and happily that I feel honored. And I'm going to invite a very interesting guest today. But before that, quickly let me tell you that this video is going to be part of my YouTube channel and also through Spotify on Poetry Closet. Now let's invite our guest for tonight. It's Daisy Bala, and I'm sorry it's morning there, and we are already at the closure of our day. So hello Daisy, how are you? Welcome to Mona Lisa's talk show.
Hello, ma'am. I am good. How are you? It's a pleasure to be a part of your talk show.
Thank you so much for being part of it, and it's been really long that we have talked because life goes on and we are so busy. So I think this session or episode that we have started through talk show, I'm really interacting with many people, and I'm so happy to have you today.
The feelings are pretty much mutual. I know life gets busy, so we should pick up these moments whenever we are able to talk and connect. And what better
Absolutely.
way to connect than to talk about books? So,
Yeah.
definitely looking forward.
I would be happy if you tell me a little, not me, the audience, about yourself a bit, and then we can start the questioning and the all conversations.
Sure. I'm an author and a blogger and a poetess from Chicago. And I love writing. Writing comes naturally to me. I have written 4 books till now. My books, poetry books, Blossoms and Foliages, was a self-published book, and now it's available on Amazon. The second book, Patna It Lacks 20, it was published by Kyoto Publishing House, and that's also available on Amazon. The third book, it won the Write Fluence competition, and that is how they published it. And it's a short story. And the fourth book is a Hindi poetry book, Kiran, that I wrote, and I dedicated that to my mom. I'm a IT business analyst by profession here in Chicago, and in my free time, I just love writing thoughts with embellishments, putting words in verses, and then poetry is like a tourniquet. So I control my emotions, fleeting thoughts by binding them in verses. And in the other free time that I get, I like cooking and playing with my munchkins.
Wow, lovely. And I'm really wondering, how do you manage so much? You take care of the family, your children, your job, and then you're also writing, and so many books have come out. So I have to know what is the mantra? How do you manage?
The mantra is the passion. So if you love doing something, it doesn't look like an effort. So that is how I write, and I
Yeah.
mostly write at night on my phone itself. So whenever the fleeting thoughts are coming, so I just capture them as notes in my WordPress blog and drafts, and later on I'm able to
Okay.
publish. And I mostly try to write by participating in anthologies so that they are getting inked and they are getting published. And it's mostly poetry that comes natural to me, so I love participating in those and getting published through anthologies. So time
Okay.
is definitely a big challenge, but I manage that because I just love writing.
Interesting. Wow. And I would like to know that how did your writing journey start? Like, is it from the place that you came to? You started from here only, Chicago, or it was before that? You're writing from your college days or school days. I have to know that.
I started writing when I was pregnant with my first kid. So thoughts would just float
Wow.
naturally to me, and I just penned down my whole pregnancy journey in a diary. So after that, I
Wow.
just realized that it is the best way that I capture my thoughts, my muse, my contemplations. I ink down my vulnerabilities and I feel better. So I just created a blog with WordPress in, I think, quite early in 2014. And after that,
Okay.
I just kept on writing by participating in some poetry prompts on WordPress. But later on, I think in 2019, I came in contact with the Indian blogging circuit through Blog Chatter, and they were giving an opportunity to
Okay.
self-publish your ebook, and that's how I wrote
Yeah.
Blossoms and Foliages, my first book. And after that, then I came in contact with some writing mentors, Sonia Dogra, and then she also
Okay.
encouraged me to join a lot of writing groups, Hindi
Hmm.
writing groups like Kalamanthan, and then English writing groups also. And then I started participating in competitions, winning some of them, making a lot of blogger friends, and then the interest further increased. And then
Okay.
after self-publishing my book Blossoms and Foliages, there was no looking back. So I
Hmm.
was not working that time also, so I had a lot of ample time. So I just wanted to
Hmm.
publish. I just wanted to make notes and write, make drafts. And then that's how I published 4 books like consecutive years. Now that I'm working since last 3 years now, the publishing process has slowed down a bit, but I'll keep on writing by being a contributing author to anthologies.
Lovely. Yeah, that's how you can keep up the passion and the ideas going. And whenever
Yeah,
you have time, you can always write a book. Talking about
right.
a whole solo book, you have written this Patna book. It's called Husnabai of Faizabad, I guess. So
Yeah, I
is it an
Husna by Faizabad is an ebook. Actually, won a competition with Right Fluence. They were just inviting stories, single stories for around like 3,000 words. So that's how I participated, and I was very happy and amused to learn that it has won that competition. So they published it for me and they put it on Amazon. So yeah, they did not bring out a hardcover for it or any paperback. So it is an ebook. Yeah, yeah.
okay? Okay. So would you like to give out a bit about what the story talks about?
Husnabai of Faizabad is like a story of a Nautch girl, and it traces back to the pre-independence era. So it's like the story of a girl who was, though like just a dancer, a Nautch girl
Okay.
in like kotas that were
Okay.
existing in the pre-independence era when our country was under the clutch of Britishers. But
Yeah.
later on, she realized that I am something more than this. So she decided to be an unsung freedom fighter and started through her profession started
Okay.
getting like she started helping her country by fighting in the freedom struggle and getting the information from the British officers with whom she was with whom she was entertaining. And then later on she wanted to call herself a woman of substance, not just a nautical, a woman of substance, an unsung hero in the freedom struggle, uh, who rised much above her level to contribute to the country's freedom struggle. Yeah,
Okay. Interesting.
yeah,
And as I can see from your profile that you have written this book called Patna 8. It's is it a pin code 80020?
yeah.
Sounds like that.
It's
So
yeah.
what's this about? A family drama unfolds. Okay.
Yeah, this is a story about the new small town of Patna and how a family that stays there and what are their middle class problems. How a mother who is dealing with menopausal side effects, she is able to marry her 3 daughters, and how there's a Dr. Sahib, a homeopathic doctor. He is not just a father but is also a hero to the family, and how he leads his 3 daughters. And then there is a younger brother who's too busy cracking jokes, but
Okay.
yeah, he adds a comedy angle to the story. But it's like
Okay.
they have their everyday in and out adventures. That is how it all comes together in a story. So this book has like 10 chapters, and I can
Okay.
read like a synopsis of the story. It says, meet
Sure.
Dr. Sahib and the distinctive family members of Geeta Sadan from the neo-modern small town of Patna, an upper middle class nuclear family with incessant pertinent middle class issues. The eldest grown up daughter who stays secluded, unmarried, the second daughter who is guileless, eager to marry, and the youngest daughter who's too boisterous to marry and settle down. A son who's the youngest and too busy cracking jokes, and a mother who's straight out of an Indian daily soap, struggling with the side effects of menopause and the pressure of marrying off her three daughters. This clan will tug your heartstrings with emotions of love, laughter, sorrows, and joy. So come and meet them today at Patna 8 lakhs 20 as a gripping family drama unfolds.
You know, the part where you're saying three daughters and that menopausal mother just reminded me kind of that Pride and Prejudice kind of feeling there,
Yeah,
because that
actually,
they
when I released this book, when some of my writing mentors were telling me that it does sound like a Bihari
kind of
version of Pride and Prejudice,
Pride
yeah.
and Prejudice.
So,
Yeah.
so
So
that's
interesting.
quite
So,
an attempt,
you
yeah.
got
So,
this book published in your place only in Chicago, or it's published from India?
So Kyoto Publishing, I think they're a global publisher, and when I was marketing my book, this was also published through Blog Chatter first as an ebook. But when I was marketing it on my social handles, then through Twitter, Kyoto Publishers, they approached me and they said that we would like to publish your book. So I think that though this is published through India, but they are global publishers. Yeah, they also have, I think, offices in Hong Kong.
Okay, okay. And what this
Yeah.
blog chatter thing is about, I keep on seeing many people participating for it. Is it a like platform only for blogging, or it provides more than that?
Yeah, it's a platform for blogging, but I think they bring all the bloggers together on this platform and they created this competition called Blog Chatter Ebook Carnival, through which anybody who is having ideas and they want to write and publish their own book in an ebook format, they can come and they give you a time period, they assign you mentors, and you can publish your book within the time period, and then they officially release it on their website, marketing you on Twitter. I think you can also tag their Instagram handles, and they give you a very good platform. And then they also connect you with other bloggers. You're assigned books where they will review your books, and you would be reviewing. Somebody would be reviewing yours, and vice versa. And that's how you interact, and that is how you learn more about each other's books. And then later on, when we are marketing that, because they encourage us to market our books through, and through that you might end up getting published with a publisher too.
Oh, that's interesting. And a
Yeah.
lovely initiative they have taken, because
Yeah.
I've noticed that Dipti Menon ma'am also participates in it, and I couldn't ask her because so many other questions were coming in the mind and forgot. So I thought let's talk to you about this because I've seen many people participating for it. Nice.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
It's a
so
great initiative.
okay, let's talk about your book, Hindi Kavitaएं, रोशनी की कविताएं, किरण.
Yes.
And tell me about this book. How did you start your journey and your emotions with it?
Sure, sure. So I wanted to dedicate this book to my mom because my mom also used to love writing. And while I was participating in this blog charter A to B, and I participated that year to write in all the Hindi poems. So that is how I was having that collection. And then later on, during that year, only I lost my mom. So then I decided that I'm going to compile all these poems and I'm going to put it in a poetry book, and I'll dedicate it to her with her name. So that is how the book came into existence. And all the poems are very close to my heart. And one of the poems in this book, it also helped me win the Orange Flower Award for Hindi poetry. So that is how the book is very close, and I got the inspiration to write it. तो अगर मैं हिंदी में बोलूँ तो किताब दिल के बहुत करीब है और अपनी मम्मी को ही डेडिकेट करना चाहती हूँ, और इसमें जितनी भी कविताएं हैं सब कुछ प्रकृति पे हैं, कुछ मेरी मम्मी के लिए हैं और कुछ प्रेरणादायक हैं, जैसे कि धूप की कविता है या फिर जीवन में आगे बढ़ने की कविता है। कुछ जो हम इमोशंस फील करते हैं उनको, फ्लीटिंग इमोशंस को भी मैंने ऐसे ही एक फ्री फ्लोइंग वर्सेस में डाल दिया है।
Okay. आप कुछ पढ़ना चाहोगे?
हाँ, बिल्कुल। मैं आपको वही कविता सुनाना चाहती हूँ जो जिसने मुझे अवार्ड दिलाया था।
Okay.
माँ तुम्हारे चले जाने से जो किस्से वो सुनाती थी, जो कंदरे वो सुनाती थी, चंदन और पानी सी पुष्पित पल्लवित लगती थीं। जो लजीज बातें वो सुनाती थी, उनकी खुशबू घर कर जाती थी। उसकी साड़ी का आंचल मोह ममता का समावेश था। गुलमोहर के पत्तों सी बारीक उसकी गीली हंसी मेरी आखिरी तमन्ना सी अनमोल थी। एक ताज़ा लिपे-पुते आंगन की तरह वो धुली-धुली सी रहती थी। त्रिवेणी सी निर्मल बोली में जीवन के सारांश समझाती थी। गोधुली सी घुलती हुई दिनचर्या सी मुझ में उतर जाती थी। स्नेह और अपनापन तो अब भी मिलता है, बेशक मिलता रहेगा। उसके चले जाने से जिंदगी नहीं रुकी है, पर वो जो माँ का प्यार था, उसका क्या होगा? वो अब कभी नहीं मिलेगा। माँ, तुम्हारे चले जाने से एक अरसा हुआ मुस्कुराए हुए। बीते लम्हों का हिसाब किताब करने में मसरूफ है दिल। बेरुखी मौसम में है जो जिंदगी में उतर आई है। एक जिल्द चढ़ा ली है मैंने दिखावेपन की। आंखों में नमी जम गई है बेसुआदी की। बेतरतीब से दिन हैं, उजड़ी हुई हैं रातें। कांच की खुशियां थीं, अब शीशे चुभते हैं। गले तक भर गई हूँ मैं अपने ही इल्जामों में। सर और धड़ के बीच में अब आसमान दिखाई नहीं देता। आईना रूठ गया है तुम्हारे चले जाने से, जिद्दी कहीं का। बारिश तो अब भी होती है, पर मन ठूठ खड़ा है। यादों के साए उजाले में भी अड़िग हैं, पलछिन आंखों में तैर जाते हैं। मैं भाव शून्य होकर टटोलती हूँ पलों को। गुमशुदा आंसू सकरी गली से बह जाते हैं। तुम्हारी साड़ी से उधार लेकर आशा की एक डोर बांधती हूँ कि कहीं डूब ना जाऊं इस अनजान शहर में। पहली सी सूरत, खुशनुमा सी सीरत तुम्हारे कमरे में तलाशती हूँ। नमकीन सांसें सिसकती हैं। बड़ी खुरदुरी है हकीकत, कितनी जटिल और बोझिल। कोई अपना नहीं मिला तो अब बैठ गई हूँ सर और धड़ के बीच में नीला आसमान खोजती हूँ जो अथाह है, अनंत है तुम्हारी तरह। माँ, तुम्हारे बिना एक अरसा हुआ मुस्कुराए हुए।
So you were very close to your mom, that can be seen. और ये पूरे आपकी भावनाएं इसमें पूरी दिख रही हैं कि आपने। और मैं एक चीज जानना चाहूंगी कि आपने ये जो इतने सारे शब्द चुने हैं, तो इसके लिए आपको कुछ स्पेशल रिसर्च करना पड़ा? क्योंकि आजकल हम जैसे इंग्लिश में लिखते हैं तो ये हिंदी के शब्द थोड़े मुश्किल लगते हैं कि कैसे इनको कविता में कैसे आप डाल सकते हो, पिरो सकते हो। तो आपको कुछ ऐसा करना पड़ा, ये खुद ही आपके मन में आते गए, उतरते गए?
खुद ही आ जाते हैं और खुद ही लिख लेती हूँ, लेकिन एक पहला ड्राफ्ट लिखती हूँ और उसके बाद उसको थोड़ा 2 दिन के बाद पढ़ती हूँ, तो फिर और अच्छे ख़्याल आते हैं, उसको और रिफ़ाइन करने का मन करता है। कुछ शब्द जो लगता है कि ज़रूरी नहीं थे या फिर रेपिटिटिव हो गए हैं, उनको हटा के फिर और लिख देती हूँ। और हमेशा कोई एक टॉपिक अगर सोचती हूँ तो उस पे ख़्याल हमेशा बुनती रहती हूँ। बाहर भी जाती हूँ, कहीं भी जाती हूँ, कहीं बैठती भी हूँ तो बुनती रहती हूँ। तो जैसे ही ख़्याल आते हैं उनको मैं ड्राफ्ट में नोट कर लेती हूँ। और फिर जब रात को दोबारा पढ़ती हूँ तो वो थॉट्स को इसमें फिर से बिन देती हूँ। तो ज़्यादा नहीं करना पड़ता है, लेकिन 2-3 बार पढ़ने से और अच्छी हो जाती है कविता।
रिफाइन कर पाते हो उसे आप?
रिफाइन कर पाती हूँ।
जी।
तो हिंदी लिखना भी बहुत दिल के करीब है और हमेशा चाहती हूँ कि हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में ही लिखती रहूँ।
ओके। तो वैसे आपकी जो एजुकेशन हुई है वो किस बैकग्राउंड पे है? कहाँ से आपने अपनी जो भी पढ़ाई की वो स्टार्ट कंप्लीट की? उसके बाद आपका ये सफर शिकागो पे कैसे जाके रुका और आज आप वहीं पे बस गई है? क्या आप कभी सोचती हैं कि वापस भारत आएंगी?
अ, अ, ऐसा तो हमेशा मम्मी-पापा से मिलने आने का मन करता है। अभी पापा हैं तो उनसे भी मिलने का करता है। मेरा ससुराल भी है इंडिया में, तो सब लोगों से मिलने का मन करता है। अभी हम लोग यहीं पे बस गए हैं तो यहीं के हो गए हैं, लेकिन इंडिया तो हमेशा दिल में ही रहेगा, वो कहीं नहीं जाने वाला है। और मेरी पढ़ाई-लिखाई सब दिल्ली में ही हुई है, स्कूल, कॉलेज सब कुछ। मैंने फिज़िक्स ऑनर्स की पढ़ाई की है गार्गी कॉलेज, दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से।
गार्गी
और
कॉलेज
उसके
में मैंने ही पढ़ा।
अच्छा, अभी गार्गी के ही हैं।
मैं गार्गी की हूँ, मेरा था फिलोसफी ऑनर्स।
अच्छा,
गार्गी से फिलोसफी ऑनर्स करने के बाद मतलब मैंने फर्स्ट ईयर किया था, उसके बाद मुझे उसका मतलब आई जस्ट फेल्ट कि दिस इज नॉट माय कॉलिंग, तो मैंने लिटरेचर शिफ्ट कर लिया था। उसके
अच्छा।
बाद फिर मास्टर्स मैंने शादी के बाद की थी। तो गार्गी
अरे
कॉलेज के हम दोनों, वाओ, कभी मिले नहीं। Strange.
ये तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है। श्योरली मैं आपसे मिलूँगी जब मैं आऊँगी इंडिया।
बिल्कुल।
और फिर मैंने एमबीए किया एचआर में इंद्रप्रस्थ यूनिवर्सिटी से, वहीं इंडिया में ही, दिल्ली में ही। और उसके बाद फिर कुछ समय के बाद शादी हो गई, तो बहुत जगह मेरा रहना हुआ। मुंबई में हुआ, पुणे में हुआ, फिर हम लोग यूके भी चले गए। वहाँ पे भी एक लेमिंगटन स्पा एक जगह है जो लंदन से 45 मिनट्स की दूरी पे है। हम लोग वहाँ पे भी थे क्योंकि मेरे हस्बैंड का प्रोजेक्ट था, तो दैट इज़ व्हाई वी हैड टू ट्रैवल हियर। और उसके बाद फिर दोबारा प्रोजेक्ट मिला तो इट वाज इन यूएस। यहाँ पे फर्स्ट हम लोग विस्कॉन्सिन में थे और अब शिकागो में हैं। तो फिर शिकागो में प्रोजेक्ट्स के बाद मिलते गए, तो इसके लिए यहीं पे रहना हो गया। और उसके बाद सब ग्रीन कार्ड और सब चीज़ों के बाद अब यहीं पे रहने का हो गया है। लेकिन ये लिखना और अपने जड़ों से जुड़े रहने के कारण इंडिया हमेशा आना जाना होता है।
नाइस। और आई थिंक जो कहते हैं ना कि आत्मा तो वहीं बसी होती है जहाँ आप पैदा होते हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं वो भी आपकी कविताओं में और वो सब झलकता ही है। और मैं आप चाहूंगी कि आप ये वाली कविता पढ़े, मुझे इसका टाइटल बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। इसका नाम है औरत दुर्गा भी काली भी। इसको आप पढ़ो, मुझे अच्छा
Sure.
लगेगा बहुत।
औरत दुर्गा भी काली भी। जब दुर्गा मिट्टी की मूरत है तो उसकी पूजा करते हैं, और जब दुर्गा जीवंत है तब उसकी अवहेलना करते हैं। ढोल, शंखनाद, आरती से प्रतिमा का स्वागत करते हैं, और जब लक्ष्मी ब्याह के लाते हैं तो उसका निरादर करते हैं। बहुत हुआ ये दोगलापन, ये आडंबर, ये दिखावा। नारी तो नारायणी ही नहीं, काल रात्रि और मृत्यु भी है। तू जननी और सौम्य ही नहीं, चंडी और विनाशकारी भी है। धारण कर ले अपना ये रौद्र रूप इस पैतृक व्यवस्था में, जहाँ समाज के ठेकेदार तुझे जीने नहीं देंगे। चढ़ा के बलि तेरी तुझे ही अर्पित करेंगे। इंसान के रूप में ये राक्षस भूत पिशाच है। नाश कर इन नकारात्माओं का और बन के आज तू काली। तू स्वयं ही खड़ी हो जा आज स्वरक्षा में। अंबिका तू चंडिका बन के काल का तांडव रचा। ये पापी अब तेरे आगमन से पलायन करेंगे, तेरे अस्तित्व से आतंकित होकर तुझे ही नमन करेंगे।
लवली। मुझे इस कविता को मैंने मतलब यहाँ से थोड़ी सी 4-5 लाइनें पढ़ी और मुझे फील आया कि ये जरूर आज हमारे मतलब एपिसोड में होना चाहिए कि आप इसे पढ़ो, क्योंकि बहुत कुछ सिखाती है, सच्चाई भी बताती है कि किस तरीके से यही है कि हम प्रतिमाओं को, मूर्तियों को पूजते हैं, लेकिन जो सच्चाई है जीवन की उससे हम मुंह मोड़ लेते हैं। जैसे कितनी जगह पे आज भी डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस और ये सब चीजें हो रही हैं।
सही बात है। और आई डेफिनेटली मैं सपोर्ट करती हूँ औरत के एम्पावरमेंट को। आई आई रियली सपोर्ट फेमिनिज्म को भी, कि वी शुड एनकरेज द वुमेन एंड वी शुड गिव देम द स्काई टू फ्लाई, एंड दे विल जस्ट डेफिनेटली टेक ऑन द वर्ल्ड। तो आई एम
Yes.
डेफिनेटली more power to women. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think they have already started conquering in their own way, even if it's, I won't say it's small now, it's big. And people are seeing the difference in this world. But some parts of the world, or still in the educated class also, we get to see that there are things that are happening. Patriarchy
Yeah.
still rules. So let's see, maybe through the stories, the books that we are writing, it like you have written this, somebody reads it and feels inspired. You
Yeah.
never know. Birds
And
have
women
great.
were never even supposed to compete with men because they are always one level above. So
Yeah.
so I think there was a quoting also that if women are trying to compete with men, then they should think beyond that because they are already above them.
Yeah, I think yes. It was quoted by somebody very famous, I think.
I
I've
think by
also read.
Marilyn Monroe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So really.
I also wanted to show this book, ma'am, which is my first book, which I self-published on Amazon. So this is also about all my monologues that I had while I was roaming around in nature. Because when I was in UK and then I came in US, I came a lot in contact with nature through my walking in trails and nature parks and moorlands. And that is how I really got inspired by nature. And I just put down all my musings, all my contemplations in this book. So it is like one dripping with nature's emotions, condensed words, and
Okay.
then capturing the vivaciousness, nature's freshness. And I called it a bouquet of poetry made of
Okay.
nature's bounty. Yeah.
Is it a hardbound?
Yeah, I self published it, and
Okay.
you can also get like a hardcover or just like a paperback.
It's available on Amazon.
It's available on
India.
Amazon.
Okay.
India. Yeah,
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, please you read something that would be lovely.
sure. I can read something here. I can read the first poem. It's called The Night Garden.
Sure.
It's like the breeze picked up a serenading demeanor. It romanced with the perfumes of the heaven. The scents diffused in the oxidizing dark sky with indigo lavender hues in the star spangled palette of night. Treacherous he, the moon, he kept changing his disguised attires. Atta boy, he is eloquent in his coquetry. Beware the nocturnal sky, he is a resilient wanderlust who travels the colonial stars in stark, lonesome hours of the dark. The beau flower buds bloomed coyly, breaking in a cold sweat, in love with the caressing zephyr. Virgin dewdrops resurfaced on the swooning scarlets, catering to the splendors of the night. The blossoms of lustful, creamy gardenias and gleeful lilies swayed in jaunty spirits and shadows of the foliages, making a statement in the night. The succulent magnolias brazen in the moonlight, while the day's eye daisies stayed sedated in enchanted bliss. The manifestations of the glittery hour deepened lavishly with each passing moment. The unspoken, unheard sentiments of a luminescent saga rekindled the flame of the coquettish breezes. The decadent blooms kept lingering in the calming silences. The fireflies, redolent as messengers of magic, burned like a million iotas bright. The katydids played in the interlude, as the symphony of the night garden hosted a concert of sizzling sagas under the radiance of the brimming moon and the ebullient stars. The faded moonlit glorious night flowed like a rhapsody in whimsical melodies, and the garden of aromas burned like a midnight affair.
It's a beautiful magical world you have created of the nature, the night, and the other elements surrounding it. Lovely. I
Yeah,
think, yeah, I've seen many of your nature poems in other of the anthologies also you have been a part of, also through CC. So I think you're a big time nature lover.
yeah, big time nature lover, and that comes out in my writing. And I like to use embellished words which
Okay.
really are descriptive and they describe the nature poetry. And I like words like refulgent,
Hmm.
glittery, so things that shine and are
Hmm.
blingy and they
Hmm.
attract a lot of beauty. I also had, I think I'd written a, preface in that I had quoted
Okay.
from Vincent van Gogh. I think if you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere. So
Okay.
that is I think what is the motto of my writing for this book.
Okay. Nice. So, all the nature lovers, please hear out. This is a book on nature, and you can quickly get it from Amazon. It's available in India as well. Book Blossoms and Foliages by Daisy Bala. And Daisy, anything you would like to, one thing that I really want to know that you've been published mostly in like through India and also there from Chicago. So, any difference you feel in this whole thing, like publishing? Is it more easier there, or you find it better in India?
I think publishing in India looks better for Indian books, for my Hindi poetry when I was looking for a publisher. So, being in India gives you more advantage because here all the publishers, one, they would not invite any manuscripts in Hindi,
Okay.
and then there is a long process of uploading manuscripts and then following up with them. So I never went that way till now to work with a US publisher or follow them. I've been working with Indian publishers only, and Kyoto is also like global, so they do publish a lot of Indian books also. So I think publishing with Indian publishers is good, it's better, and they give you a lot of options. There are a lot of packages and deals which are available, and I have liked the Indian blogging circuit, working with those mentors and working with those writing groups better.
Hmm. So don't you feel that you're missing that bigger part? Like you could have been in India and you could have, published yourself extensively, because somewhere it limits you, like being there, I feel. So
Yeah.
do you plan that maybe, in the future you can come down here and publish more of your books and also promote them?
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Definitely. Being there will give you more advantages and more opportunities, and I'm yet to discover, yet to see what the writing platforms and the publishers bring here. So let's see in the long run where do I land up. But definitely, India is the first choice.
Okay, nice. And any future project that you're working on right now that you would like to reveal, or maybe it's your call if you want to.
I definitely wanted to write something like Patna 8 lakhs 20, maybe
Okay.
a part two of that. Yeah. And I like writing about middle class issues, writing about family drama and
Okay.
comedy humor. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to write something like that. That would be like a dream project. So,
Okay.
yeah, I want to work on that in subsequent years, maybe publish something like that. Yeah.
Nice. I think you can also try your hand in writing scripts, because these days these family medium class family dramas are really, people like watching them. Like this Gullak, I think they
Yes.
everybody has enjoyed
Yeah.
watching it.
Yeah, the
And
TBS series. Yeah, I also watched it and I really liked it. And yeah, those kind of writings are closer to my heart because I'm able to identify with those middle class issues. And yeah, I love writing about those kind of things. Yeah, you got it.
okay, nice. So it was really lovely talking to any book, any other book you want to talk about. You can surely do that if you.
There is one more poetry in this book that I have really liked, in which the branches of the trees, the roots, they are talking to each other. So I
Okay,
really like that poem. So maybe I can just read that quickly. It's a very short poem.
sure, sure. Please go ahead.
It's called Symbiotic Relationship.
Yes.
When you look at woods, you see the deciduous, opulent crowns invading each other's spaces. But the real action is down there in these woody roots, anchoring, lateral roots expanding along the crown's radius, gnarled with each other roots exposed like intertwined lovers, talking through the porous soil, promising symbiotic relationships. Oops, did you hear us whispering? A sweet nothing fungus here and a whistle of mulch there? It is official. Your sugary woods are my breathing tubes and clasp me like always. I am nothing without you. I'm rooting on you. I'm rooting for you. That's
That's a
it.
sweet poem. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you must be quite famous among your circle of friends that you are a writer, or like it happens, no? So
Yeah,
do
I have
they?
a lot of friends here. Yeah, and I'm famous as the author, the poetess in the group. And mostly whenever we are meeting and we are having our friend circle party, there is always a demand to recite one of my poems.
Yep.
So with pleasure, I always do that because I love reading and then reciting my poetry too. And
Yeah.
even otherwise also, I like reciting all the poems from my book, Kiran. I like making Instagram reels, and then in the background
Mhm.
I recite them in my own voice, and then I like
Okay.
posting them because I think then it brings out the beauty of the poem even more, and I'm
Hmm.
able to fill up the blanks with my emotions, and then it gives me the whole picture. So really like reciting also my poetry in my own words with the nature as a background, with the nature as a running video.
Okay, that's nice. Wow. So, all the late nature lovers are listening to you. Anybody can follow Daisy Bala on Instagram. She recites a poem there. And also, we had a lovely session. We heard so many of her poems. And if you are into Hindi book or Hindi poetry, you can quickly pick this book, Roshni Ki Kavitaएं Kiran. I will have to read it because I'm occupied, so I'm sorry. But I will surely read it and review it. Although the review will be in English because I actually can't write in Hindi, not now, maybe in future, let's see. So it
Sure.
was lovely talking to you, Daisy, today.
Sure. And ma'am, I just wanted to add that I have been a part of anthologies from Chrysanthemum Chronicles, the Spring Love poems, and also the anthology, and then some of the other magazines. So it's
Yeah.
always been a pleasure and an honor to get published with your publishing house. And whenever you are having those writing prompts to submit for an anthology, I always love to participate. And also, if I may, so I wanted to mention that in Kitchen Poems also a part of that anthology. So I was very happy and thrilled to see my name there, and it will come out as pocket books. So really
Yeah.
looking forward to that initiative too. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Even I'm excited because it will be our first as a pocket book of poems. We haven't done something like that before. So this is something exciting.
Yeah,
So
and I also wanted to mention that the books that you bring out, they have visual appeal as well with big prints and beautiful pictures. So that also speaks a lot about you as a thinking author and publisher. So it's a pleasure to go through the print version as well.
thank you. Thank you so much for all the support you have done so far. Keep supporting. Be part of any of the initiatives that might come in the future. Slightly, I'm right now these days going a bit slow because I have to give time to my children. They are in their crucial year of studies and all. So, anyways, let's look forward to the kitchen book of poems and many more. And I also wish you very best for all with all of your books. May they go to many people and many readers. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
part of this talk show today. I really enjoyed talking to you. Bye. Have a great
The
day. Have a
pleasure is
great
all mine. Thank you so much. The feelings are mutual. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
So I was talking to Daisy Bala. She resides in Chicago, but all her books are available on Amazon, as we have just discussed. I will leave the link in description. If you are interested, you can get the copies, enjoy reading them. Please support the writers, self-published authors. It will be a great support from all of you. This is me, Mona Lisa Joshi, signing off. Have a great weekend all. Bye.